Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
And we start with breaking news happening right now. 2 children carried away from the scene of an accident involving a semi on I-75. That story tops our news tonight. We've learned there were injuries and several vehicles were also involved.
Tim Pamplin is on the side of the freeway now with the night cam.
Medics arriving on the scene here. This is northbound 75 at Savannah. That's just north of 6 Mile, heading out of town. This semi and a couple of vehicles got tangled up. I'm hearing there are a couple of injuries, a couple of young children. Let's roll to that tape. There you go. This young lad here being taken over to the ambulance. His sibling is here somewhere in a baby carriage. Okay, right over here. If I pan over here, you'll see little baby there going into the ambulance also. Right now, northbound 75 is basically at a standstill heading out of town again. This is northbound 75 at 6 Mile. We're going to stay on the scene, bring you updates as warranted. That's the scene on northbound 75 with the night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
All right, Tim, thanks. We're also following breaking news in Hazel Park. A woman was hit by a car while crossing the street near John R. and Mahan. She died from her injuries. The driver, however, did stop and is being questioned by police.
And 2 late developing stories. The Michigan Court of Appeals orders the presidential recount to stop, but Jill Steinskamp says it's not over yet.
And also a major step back in the shooting death of Wayne State Police Sergeant Colin Rose. Charges against the man in custody will now be dropped tomorrow morning. Right now, D'Angelo Davis is charged with first-degree murder in Sergeant Rose's death.
Yeah, but tomorrow morning that's going to change. The big announcement coming from the Wayne County Prosecutor's Office.
Jason Colthorpe is live tonight. And Jason, that means the killer is still out there.
That's exactly what it means, Kim. Tomorrow morning, guys, right here at the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice, Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy, along with Detroit Police Chief James Craig and Wayne State University Police Chief Tony Holt, will make that announcement that the charges against D'Angelo Davis have been dropped. Why? Well, after 14 days in custody, police and prosecutors decided they got the wrong guy.
Almost immediately following the shooting of Colin Rose at about 6:30 p.m. on November 22nd, a massive manhunt was on for D'Angelo Davis. At the time, Detroit police calling him a person of interest. 3 hours after the shooting, Local 4 cameras caught him being arrested. Officer Rose was investigating car break-ins, and police say he was shot by a man he'd stopped on a bicycle. Police never located the gun, and sources tell Local 4 they were unsure Davis was the guy from the start. Still, Davis was charged with first-degree murder 3 days later and was scheduled to be back in court Friday for a probable cause conference. But now he won't be there. It means the real killer of Officer Rose is still on the streets tonight. Police sources tell us the investigation is not back at square one, but we don't know if they have a beat on any other suspects either. You can bet that will be one of the many questions for the prosecutor and Detroit police here at Frank Murphy Wednesday.
Davis, by the way, is not free. He remains in jail tonight on other charges. His lawyer also confirmed for us tonight she too has heard those charges will be dropped. Again, that'll be 10:30 tomorrow morning for that announcement here at Frank Murphy. If you'd like to watch it as it happens, you can watch at clickondetroit.com. Kim?
Expected turn of events here, Jason, and I know it's not good to speculate, but you have to wonder what made them zero in on Davis to start with.
You know, something we do know for sure is Davis had run-ins with police before, Kim, and even Chief Tony Holt said in the days after Officer Rose was killed that he'd gotten into a scuffle with an officer in 2014, and even at one point just a couple of different disruptions with them, so he was on their radar.
Okay. All right, Jason, and again, we'll have that announcement on clickondetroit.com tomorrow. Thanks. Steve?
We've got 2 major decisions tonight that mean the recount effort in Michigan is alive, but just barely. The State Board of Canvassers has called for a meeting in the morning. Mara McDonald is live at the federal courthouse tonight. So, Mara, does the recount continue or not?
Well, according to the Michigan Court of Appeals, no. But Steve, here's the deal. The State Board of Canvassers has to meet tomorrow. It has to take action on that Court of Appeals ruling. But wait, there's more. For Team Stein, it's been a night of bad and mixed bag. The Michigan Court of Appeals says no to her recount, and at the end of the day, this is the bottom line. The court says she is not aggrieved, which means she has no standing to force a recount. So why isn't she aggrieved?
Because, but for mistake or fraud or some other irregularity, she has absolutely no chance of winning the state of Michigan in the presidential election.
In other words, Stein's fourth place finish here means she isn't a player and cannot trigger a recount, and the court is telling the State Board of Canvassers to stop it. Meanwhile, at the federal appeals court level, the Sixth Circuit tonight delivered Stein a mixed bag. Yes, they found a judge here in Detroit didn't overstep his authority by ordering the recount to start. That said,
but in that order, the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals had language directing the district court to follow any Michigan court orders related to Michigan election law in this case.
Which means the feds have to follow what the Michigan Court of Appeals is ordering tonight. And that means the recount is over. Back here live. So Team Stein right now isn't out of gas, but they are on fumes. They do have some options. Their lawyers can either try and appeal to the Michigan Supreme Court. The outcome there doesn't look like it would be a strong one for them, though. Or they can come back here to federal court in Detroit and try another tack. The morning will tell. We are live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
We will be watching, Mara. Thank you. The man charged with killing a Detroit police officer in a hit-and-run crash will be sent to trial. Officer Myron Jarrett was in the middle of a traffic stop back in October on Detroit's west side. That's when 54-year-old Stephen Gazina allegedly crashed his van into the cars while under the influence of drugs. The white van, you can see it speed by, and the crash in the top right-hand corner of your screen there. In a hearing today, Officer Jarrett's colleague described his attempt to save his life.
I noticed he was still breathing. Like I said, he was unresponsive, so I tried to do chest rubs just to try and get some type of movement out of him, and I was unsuccessful with that.
And Officer Jarrett's widow is filing a $15 million wrongful death lawsuit against Gazina for reckless driving.
Tonight, Allen Park City Council worked on deciding the future of City Hall and the police department. Right now, they're located in what was the failed Hollywood movie studio. The council voted 5-2, approving a purchase agreement of a building on Southfield Road that would be their future home. It would cost about $1.75 million. Now, there was also talk about adding a gun range for the police. The real arguing started when discussing the cost.
There is no money. We need to save that money that we were going to spend to put an addition on that building, and not put an addition on, but certainly not spend it for a gun range / a man cave for the boys to play in.
Be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, but the police argue something very different. They say they need training now more than ever.
It has nothing to do with a man cave. It has nothing to do with us goofing off, bringing friends in to shoot. This is a serious issue. Training is of the utmost importance nowadays. With what's going on in the country, officer-involved shootings, the number of officers that are being shot and killed is doubled this year. And so training is more important than ever.
Now, the cost of the addition estimated between $600,000 and $1.5 million. And back to that new building, that's not a done deal. The city has 120 days to finalize the agreement.
It is the latest craze on social media. We're talking about the mannequin challenge. We've seen them pop up everywhere online, but one particular video has gotten 2 people arrested. We'll show you why.
All right, Mom and Dad, before you finish that Christmas shopping, are you thinking about, are you spending too much money or too little? We'll show you how much parents are spending per child this Christmas. Ben?
Never enough. Temperatures outside tomorrow morning starting off below freezing. We'll get to that 32-degree mark by noon, but we've got some much colder air to look at for the rest of the week. That's all ahead.
Help Me Hank, the school project now teaching kids at Thurgood Marshall an important life lesson.
At first, my wheel was falling off.
You'll see how they're now being given new tools to learn and grow, all because of Metro Detroiters who simply wanted to make a big difference. Our story is after the break.
Coming up on Local 4 News today, tomorrow morning, don't let the chilly changes slow you down. Wake up with us for weather and traffic on the 4s, plus it's Wellness Wednesday.
Trying to keep your family from catching what's going around. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Tomorrow at 5 a.m., see the spots you should be cleaning at home each and every day to keep germs away.
And we'll keep you updated with all the overnight breaking news, top trending stories, and more when you wake up with us from 4:30 to 7 a.m. tomorrow.
It's a moment these kids will never forget.
We folded it and put tape at the bottom.
Our adopted school, Thurgood Marshall, getting to learn from local leaders, people who saw our stories and wanted to make a difference.
Get them excited about learning something, like that's very, very cool for me personally.
This educational program was a team effort between AOL and Ford.
I love how those kids are just so dialed in.
They are
don't you?
focused.
It's awesome. They were more than willing. They were excited to learn, and that's the whole goal.
Our Hank Winchester takes you inside Thurgood Marshall for this special event.
We've given the gym, the cafeteria, and the office here at Thurgood Marshall major facelifts. Right now, we focus on education and a unique program designed to inspire and amaze.
So this video is going to give you guys a really good idea of what we're going to do together today.
They captured their attention.
You're going to put one end underneath.
Rubber bands, cardboard, stickers, the items were simple, the concept easy. Together, they would build a car.
Pull that side right through here.
But what's really being built inside this gym can't be measured. These kids are seeing adults other than their teachers invest in them, taking time out of their schedule to be here, an inner city school that's seen better days.
It's the fact that AOL and Ford took some time off from their job to expose my children at Thurgood Marshall to something wonderful. It says, I care.
Perfect, man.
This all coming together because of a partnership between Ford and AOL.
Anytime we can find an opportunity to give back to the community, and especially with kids, like get them excited about learning something, like that's very, very cool for me personally.
Employees at AOL's Birmingham office had seen our stories on Thurgood Marshall and wanted to jump in to help. At the same time, the team at Ford was also wanting to get involved and bring the STEAM program, which exposes children to science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math to a school like Thurgood.
It's great to get out in the community and really put into practice the programs and things that we're working on, and the fact that there is such a diverse population here in Detroit that really need these resources, and we're able to do these hands-on experiments with is a great way to put into practice what we're trying to do. So it's been fun.
The next Ford engineer could get his or her imagination sparked because of an event just like this one. It was critical for us to bring programs like this to Thurgood Marshall, and for the school principal, it means everything.
Well, it makes me feel wonderful. Yeah. It makes me feel that I know that out there someone cares for my children and for me too.
Oh, these are all so cool. The kids could not have been any more excited to show me what they had created, what they did. It was a moment many here in this gymnasium will never forget.
We folded it and put tape at the bottom.
There's still a lot of work here to do at Thurgood Marshall, but on this day, we forgot about the challenges ahead and celebrated learning an important life lesson together. You simply can't put a price on giving back to your community and helping the next generation thrive. It seems like it really makes a big impact, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we hope so. Yeah, that's what we're hoping too.
And here's the good news. That program is now committed to Thurgood Marshall. That was not a one-time event. Those volunteers will be back helping those children in the future. I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank. Back to you.
That exposure is so important.
Well, they're so energized.
They really are. You might find a future engineer for Ford in that group. You just never know.
You betcha. That is great.
But the cars look cool either way.
Well, yeah.
Now here's what I'm working on for tomorrow night.
Last winter was so mild, people were golfing and running outside in December. Seems like we got off pretty easy. So are we about to pay the price for that joy?
I just hope for the best and prepare for the worst.
What does this winter forecast look like? Will it be mild like last year, or are we headed back into the dreaded polar vortex?
I felt like it was in the middle of Alaska. It was so cold.
What exactly are we all in for this winter? I'll have the latest on the winter forecast tomorrow at 11.
Too soon?
Yeah, I can't wait to hear what you have to say about
what is this yin and yang thing? Why do we have to pay a price?
I know.
That's a good point.
Man.
But yeah, we'll be looking at that tomorrow night at 11 after Hairspray Live.
Okay.
Tonight, we're looking at dry conditions. So
That's okay. I've got pretty much a headache-free forecast, at least for the short term. Once we head towards the weekend, that's not necessarily the case. We'll get to that in a second, though. 38's where we're at right now. Ann Arbor's at 36. In fact, everybody's above freezing. The clouds are still holding tough in a lot of the area, but they'll start breaking up tonight, and that's going to allow those temperatures to drop. And we'll look at your lows coming up in just a second, but I think they'll probably be below freezing by the time we wake up tomorrow in most locations. You can see a couple breaks here in the satellite image, but we will see more as we head towards dawn tomorrow. Looking back to the west, there's no real major areas of snowfall to be tracking right now. In fact, what we do expect to roll in here Thursday and Friday is going to be lake effect snow showers as this cold wind starts coming over the lakes, which are still relatively warm. We got to use that word relatively, but the air coming over the top of them is colder, and that's what starts to trigger these little bands of snow coming off the lake. So Thursday and Friday, we'll see a couple flakes around. May see some persistent bands, especially in some of our north zone areas that may put a little bit on the grass, but Sunday is a different story. Now, what we're looking at here is a model forecast. This is the American model, the GFS long-range model. And as we go into the weekend, watch how these colors start to shade in here across Metro Detroit. Once we get into Thursday and Friday, that's to account for anything that we see from those lake effect snow showers. And then Sunday, what we call the main events rolling in here, there's going to be a system rolling in from the west. And you can see how those colors get a little bit darker. And when you match that up to what we see here, the model is showing 3 to 6. That's probably a little bit on the high side. I think what we will see is some measurable snow. It's just a little early to tell exactly how much with that system still being offshore. Once it gets into the 48 states, the sensor system will have a little bit better handle on what to expect in the weekend. Nevertheless, do prepare to be getting those shovels out before Monday morning. 30 degrees in Detroit tomorrow morning. Numbers in the 20s in our south zone tomorrow. Anywhere between 30 in Luna Pier, which is going to be one of our warm spots near Lake Erie, into the mid-20s there in parts of Lenawee County. North of Michigan Avenue in our west zone tomorrow. We'll start out anywhere between 28 in Ann Arbor and about 27 in Fenton tomorrow morning. And in our north zone, not too much colder. In fact, very similar numbers, about the upper 20s is what we're looking at for lows tomorrow. Highs will get up to 36, which is cooler than what we saw today. And then we'll take another step down as we go into Thursday and Friday. And we watch those lake effect snow showers roll in here. All day below freezing, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Saturday, we get a break from the flakes, and then Sunday, that's the main event that we're watching, which is going to be probably our biggest snowfall of the season so far. We'll most likely rival that once we get later into winter, but at least for this time in late autumn, I think that's enough for most folks. Tonight's holiday lights come to us from Dearborn Heights. Nice. Wow, look at this one.
Beautiful.
This is on Fleming Street, and they put the lights up. There's no doubt about that. All over the place.
We've had some pretty good ones so far already. Some really nice ones.
It takes some planning, I think, to put up a display like that.
Yeah.
And some electric bill money.
Well, that too.
Thanks,
All
Ben.
right. Thank you, Ben. Apple admitting there's a problem with its iPhone, and it's bigger than they thought.
What's now being done to help the tens of thousands of users with faulty phones?
And the latest viral trend that got a couple of guys in big trouble. We'll see why this mannequin challenge was such a bad idea.
Hi,
Welcome back. The biggest trend on social media right now is the mannequin challenge. But this one, done by a group of men in Alabama, landed 2 of them in jail. The video shows people posing with guns in their hands, pointed at each other. Police got a search warrant after the video was shared 86,000 times. They found several handguns, assault rifles, bags of marijuana packaged to sell, and arrested 2 men.
Many parents will bust the budget this month when it comes to filling their children's Christmas wish list. In a survey of more than 1,000 parents, 60% say they aim to get everything that their kids are asking for, spending an average of $422 per child. 58% of parents say they don't stick to a budget, and 1/4 of those parents surveyed say they have dipped into retirement or emergency savings in order to pay for Christmas gifts.
Well, Apple's issues with its iPhone batteries are larger than they first thought. The iPhone 6s were shutting down abruptly, so Apple announced an exchange program for phones made in September and October of last year. Well, today the company said the issues extend beyond those phones, so it's exploring a software fix and will release the new iOS update sometime next week. If you think your battery has a malfunction of some sort, make an appointment with your local Apple store. Well, when he is not forecasting snow for the weekend, Ben Bailey is educating people on Jeopardy.
You bet he is. Take a look at Ben giving a clue on Jeopardy earlier tonight.
Clues Across America 400.
Hi, I'm Ben Bailey from Local 4. Also known as The Fist, the Detroit monument to this boxer was dedicated on October 16, 1986, nearly 50 years after he won the heavyweight title.
Tim.
It was Joe Louis.
Joe Louis, Detroit, yes.
Nice, Tim. And nice Ben. You were good, too.
Epic performance.
I felt a little cheap in that we were only the $400 clue. I would have liked it.
Double Jeopardy.
Complaining, complaining. Very nice.
Red Wings for 300, Bernie.
Thank you, Alex. You're exactly right.